watch the news. I remember seeing pictures of people being thirsty, not getting water. Some did have water though, but it was of poor quality and it looked dirty. Economy, geography, topography, and climate all affects water quality. Bangladesh is a country being affected of all of these. Climate and geography both depends upon where a country is located. Bangladesh is located in South Asia and is surrounded by Bay of Bengal. Annually, they receive monsoon season, which is a season with abnormal quantities of rain. There's also an increase in cyclones, flooding, and sea surge in this period. Flooding will lead to a salinity increase. According to World Health Organization, we should not exceed more than 5 grams per day of salt. The Grantham Institute says that people in southern Bangladesh exceed this with 50 to 100% more than recommended, and this is a health risk. Humans cannot survive without water, but sometimes we have to just take what we have, even though it is polluted. Arsenic pollution is a big problem in Bangladesh. This causes a lot of health risks and deaths. According to World Health Organization, arsenic pollution in Bangladesh is the largest poisoning of a population in history. They installed tube wells to produce pure water. Instead, it produced arsenic polluted water. They forgot to test for arsenic pollution. An article in New York Times, 1998, discussed how economy has such a big impact to water quality and how to handle such big crisis of water quality. They wrote, if this would have happened in the US, they would call out the National Guard and everyone would get bottled water. Well, in Bangladesh, they do not have resources or economy to do so. With the increase of population, there's an increase of access to water. Most people are crowded into a flock mark in Bangladesh. Bangladesh has an area of the same as New York State, but the population of Bangladesh is 161 million compared to New York State's 8.5 million people. This makes Bangladesh to one of the most dense countries in the world. Also, urban areas are increasing, and so are slums areas. The decrease is so in water. According to UNICEF, the increase of urban slums and poor sanitation leads to urban water sources likely to be contained with raw sewage. Bangladesh is very vulnerable to climate changes. Climate change will enhance bad sanitation and water quality. This leads to a great risk of illness and death. Now that we know so much more about why Bangladesh experiences poor water quality, we need to be aware of situations like this. Because of the location, climate, geography, topography, and economy, Bangladesh struggles to get enough healthy water. Also because of the urban increase and because of the dense population and extreme poverty, they struggle a lot with water. I think the most important point here is that water can kill. And we who live in more developed countries need to be aware of this. Bangladesh is not a big country, but it has a huge population being affected. From now on, we cannot complain about chlorine taste in our water. Watching people become ill or die of water is something to put in mind. That's what.
Wel nog.